Welcome to the playoff preview on LUTV. The excitement has been building all week as the team prepare for the Wembley final on Sunday, where Southampton stand in the way of our immediate return to the Premier League. We'll be discussing what's in store for the team on Sunday, where the game could be won and lost, and all of this coming up too.
The white suits were belting, weren't they? But we thought we all looked a bit nice, but we didn't. We looked awful.
I think everybody knows this is the most expensive game in the world.
Marching on together.
Oh my gosh.
I never see in my life. Scarf everywhere.
I predict a riot.
I got a draw. Wembley.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible draw, by the way.
Joining us inside Ellen Road to look ahead to the big game, we have Don Matteo, Jermaine Beckford and Michael Bridges. Lads, thanks for joining us.
Good to see you.
Jermaine Beckford giving himself a round of applause there.
What a
Why
lineup.
not?
What a
Good
lineup.
lineup. Good lineup.
Look, you all have your own memories of Wembley. Bridgie, I'm going to start with you. Yours isn't so great.
No, let's get the bad news out of the way first.
Go on.
Yeah, it was Sunderland against Charlton Athletic, and we went all the way to penalties. I was there with Peter Reid. I was a youngster. Went to penalties at Wembley, and Michael Gray missed the deciding penalty. So I've got very bad memories from Wembley. Unlike the man sitting next to me, he's got very good memories.
Go on, Bex. I can see you itching.
To be fair, I've got mixed memories. We lost 1-0 playing for Leeds against Doncaster. That hurt. That was painful.
Hurt me as well.
Sorry about that. And then, fortunately, from a personal perspective, I was able to rectify my own personal Wembley experience playing for Preston against Swindon. We beat them 4-0 and managed to score a hat-trick.
What was that feeling like, Bex?
Oh, it was mental. Being a kid growing up 15 minutes from Wembley Stadium, I always dreamt about going there. Not even playing, just going there. And then I was able to go there and watch a game. And then I was able to play there. And then I was able to score there. Oh my God. It was goosebump moments. It was dream come true. It was phenomenal.
Well, look, Don, we all know what your memory is. We can see it on screen right now. But just talk us through the white suit, won't you?
The white suits were belting, weren't they? But we thought we all looked a bit nice, but we didn't. We looked awful. If you win, it's great. If you lose, you know what you're in for. It was an amazing day. You got to remember 2 days before you turn up there. But when you lose and you're wearing them white suits, you're in for it, aren't you? And we did. And to be fair, it was a poor game. Cantona scores a winner and we lose the game. But I remember them celebrating, it was not celebrating. So it's like, from a Leeds point of view, looking into this game, you want to be the one celebrating at the end of that game because them memories I had weren't good. So we made them make sure that it's all...
That's a very special memory for my mum as well, because I was watching that game with her and she loved it when the lads came. She was a Jamie Redknapp fan.
Weren't we all?
Matt was there, wasn't he, yourself?
Yeah.
And she just went, look at these. The boys look special, don't they? And I was thinking,
The
did that have
special
a
is the
good
word.
game?
Some good came from it then, didn't it, Dom? You got a fan.
But when obviously we did win it, obviously I wasn't involved again. Against Sunderland, actually. It was a 2-0 win at Wembley. Sorry, Bridgie.
I'd already gone by then, mate. I was flying the flag for Leeds United then.
Yeah, you were.
Look, lads, when you factor in all the emotions at stake when you go into a game like this, how will the players be feeling right now, Bridgie?
You'll be going through every single emotion inside your body. You think about the game, you think about your personal performance in the last game. What can you do to change the game? You're excited, you're nervous. Like I say, I watch a movie with my kids, like a cartoon, it's called The Emotions or something. And you see all the different emotions as characters. All them come out inside you, and it's how you handle the occasion. And if you can harness the confident energy and get rid of the negativity, you'll have a right good chance. Like I say, we've all experienced it. And normally you find that when I was at Sunderland, I was a youngster. I found it was very, very... I think I didn't handle the occasion very well. Peter Reid put us on the bench, didn't get myself involved in the game. He recognised that I was really struggling with it. I'm not sure how you lads felt when you were there, but I couldn't handle that energy. As you get older, you learn how to handle them situations, and I didn't handle it very well. I was too excited.
Do you know what, though? There is a certain amount of freedom, and we've spoken about this, that can come with youth, isn't there, Jermaine, going into a game like this?
Yeah, freedom, naivety. There's less pressure because the expectations on them is not drastically high, is it? They've not been there before, so they don't know what to expect. However, I would argue that the youngsters are perfectly primed for it, having experienced a season playing here in front of the Leeds United fans going bonkers every single game. Obviously, it helps when you're winning. The energy around the place is phenomenal. So they're not going to be shocked by the atmosphere so much, I don't think. But again, you never know. It's a one-off. It's a one-off situation. I'm confident.
Well, they're
am
not going to be
confident.
shocked with the atmosphere, especially after that game against Norwich.
Wowza.
That was definitely the perfect way to set up this playoff final, wasn't it, Dom?
It certainly was. I think that performance, obviously the 0-0, I thought that was a really good performance. A lot of people weren't happy with that, but I was really happy with that 0-0. You go into that game.
Control the game off the first
Control
20
the game,
minutes.
correct, you're right. And I think what I loved was the way we finished that game. There was loads of energy. Even when we finished the game at 4-0, people were still going forwards, people were bombing in. Because you know what? You know what's at stake. You want to all play at Wembley, let's be honest. So if you put that performance in, you're going to get picked, and they did. So I think, from my point of view, that was an unbelievable performance, because they probably think now that's us playing. Unless there's an injury while they're training. That is so massive for a player, because you want to get through that moment so you're at Wembley and you want to be involved.
And what Bex had just said there about the atmosphere and Dom out here at Elland Road, when the scarves were going,
amazing,
we've
wasn't
played
it?
here. I've never experienced or seen anything like that. That's probably the most and best atmosphere I've been at Elland Road in my lifetime. And we've had some special nights, Dom.
Yeah.
When we had the European adventures, but with the flags, the fans, the club embraced it. They got the scarves out. You were waved. That was just a special scene.
And there's no doubt that helped them.
Certainly did, and what it did, it scared the hell out of Norwich City players. They didn't handle the occasion very well. I didn't think they had a game plan when they came here. We nullified everything they had, so it was a real good. Dom talked about the performance down there. The performance here was super special to get back to the winning ways before we go to Wembley. That was the one for me.
Bex, what's the focus going to be in training ahead of this game?
Oh, it's about energy, impressing the manager. Like Bridgie was saying there, everybody wants to play. They played the last game, won 4-0, convincingly, comfortably, and every single one of those players are going to think they've done more than enough to convince the manager to start them. It's a difficult position for Daniel Farke to be in, because he's got 24 players that did themselves proud. They played really well, didn't they?
Yeah.
So it's going to make his decision really difficult to pick the 11.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think what you do need as well is a little bit of experience. So the senior players have to step up and help the younger ones who haven't experienced it. I know a lot of them haven't experienced that, but you need the senior players like Ampadu, like Roland, people who have got a bit about them that can get out there. And even if we're 1-0 down, there's a few more we can mention, but in the main, you need them people on that field who can understand what's going on. And if it is going wrong, then hopefully they can change it a little bit, because we have to, especially in a high-pressure game like this. You need players with a little bit of experience, a little bit of know-how as well, just to make sure if things are going bad, hopefully they're not, but if they are, people who are calm and collected and make sure that the next goal is us. If we go one behind, don't panic. That's what I don't want us to do, because if you do go one behind at a place like Wembley, people do panic. We've seen that in our run-ins before when we've been in playoffs. So hopefully we go there nice, and I think the manager's done such a good job. I'm not telling him what to do, but I think he's so balanced and so in control of what he's doing. I just think he's the one for me that will lead them players, and then the senior players have to pick up on that.
Because the training will change this week going into the game. I mean, you don't need fitness. There's not going to be no conditioning sessions. The work's all done. It's about focusing on the tactics that you're going to employ, because Southampton, best possession-based team in the football leagues.
The top four divisions,
it's
wasn't it?
incredible. So that you work on that, you work on the pressing, you'll understand, but you've got to also put some fun inside the environment. And there's nothing better than having team games, or we used to do relay races, juggling between teams, and just have a little bit of competition in a different way to relax the atmosphere inside the environment, so you're not fully focused on Wembley and Southampton. It's all about a bit of competition, as like who's got the best touch. Just things like that. Remember all the little games?
Well, you, Bridgie.
I didn't mean that
For morale, to boost morale and make sure that everybody's ready in terms of having a bit of mental space going into this game rather than feeling the pressure. Look, you mentioned Southampton's record there. It is so impressive. Do you think this is the right final that we're seeing? Nearly 200 goals between them. We're seeing third and fourth in the final. No, it's amazing.
It's not. We shouldn't be in it. We should have been in the top two. It's not the best final.
Yeah.
It should have been.
In terms of a final, though, Bridgie, this is. I mean, we'd all have loved automatic promotion, but it does seem like it's two of the best going up against each other.
Yeah, definitely is. Look, these two teams have come down from the Premier League. They should both be in the automatic positions alongside Leicester City, who also, got relegated. That, for me, those three teams should have gone up automatically. However, as it stands, it's us or Southampton. I think we're going to blow Southampton out of the water. Genuinely think we are.
What did you think he was going to say then,
I was getting a little bit worried there.
You don't need to worry about me.
He wasn't convincing me straight away.
Well, look, we've talked about the players. Let's hear from them now, shall we?
I think everybody knows this is the most expensive game in the world, and I think it's logical that then it is at Wembley, and everybody knows Wembley in the world, and it's going to be a full stadium. A lot of people are going to watch this game in a lot of countries, and this is nice because you do football because of these type of games. I think a lot of players have played in big stadiums. For myself, for example, when I played in Germany, I played at Munich and Dortmund. It's also very, very big and nice stadiums. So but of course it's Wembley, and you know the importance of the game. This is, I think, the big difference when you compare to other games.
I had some friends asking me which one's bigger, playing in the Europa League final or playing in this final. And honestly, I couldn't tell you which one's bigger, sorry, but I think they're both at a similar level.
It's, I think, something every kid dreams of. It's good to be excited, but there's no point in being overexcited. You just need to do the basics, what we have been doing all season long. And of course, there's a bigger stage now, more pressure, but we just have to stick to what we always do. I think I just have to go out there, enjoy, and live in the moment as well. It's you don't know how many of those games you will play, so we just have to make the best out of this opportunity that what we have.
We played them really early in the season when obviously our squad wasn't the same in terms of bodies, which is now. And then we played them in the last day of the season where they played really relaxed because they weren't fighting for nothing. And to be realistic, we need the miracle to go through automatic promotion. So basically both teams playing with no fire, let's say, in the heart. Now it's a final, so I'm pretty sure that it will be a really, really different game. We don't know what will happen, but what we know for sure is that we will show the same excitement as we show against Norwich.
It's a one-off game, a final. The expectations are high. It's definitely going to be a bit more different to the two games that we played them home and away. It's neutral ground. Like I said, it's going to be a good one, hopefully on Sunday.
We just need to go there, do what we are used to do it, and I think everything will go all right.
All eyes on Sunday.
Look, you can sense the determination there, can't you? But how great is it, Dom, this second opportunity to get promotion?
Yeah, obviously they've been gutted. They didn't get that automatic place, but it is what it is now. You've got to crack on and bring the energy. And again, I always talk about this. You need them leaders and even the characters. We were lucky. We had people like Gary Kelly and Bridgie, for example, who are characters. Bring a bit of fun at times when you need that fun in the right way. You're still training properly, you're still doing everything right, but you need them little characters to come in and just give everyone a lift.
Ease the tension.
Ease the tension. That's it. And it's so important you have a little bit of that. And I'm sure the manager will have given the boys a little bit of leeway on that. But we know how important it is, but you still need them characters around that have got that bit of fun. I'm not sure who the real characters are, the ones who make them people laugh. We've said Cresswell's one, but will he be playing? But he's still a character. You need people like that can bring some fun into that.
Ruter as well.
Yeah, Ruter, yeah, exactly. So that's what you need as well, just to break the ice a little bit. When you get out and play, you're playing, aren't you? You know what's going on.
You've used that word character there. There's a different side to it as well. You mentioned the bounce back against Norwich. We were missed out, and it was our own doing why we missed out on automatic promotion with the results and the performances. The character of the lads sure to get back on track, to get a draw at Norwich away, and then to come back and put a performance on like they did on the road. That shows true character in their mentality, football-wise as well. It
does, and they were definitely improved performances, weren't they? What's changed, do you think, in those playoff performances?
We just got back to believing in what DNA that Daniel Farke has basically instilled in us all season. Lots of chances created. The pressing game was absolutely magnificent. I mean, I think it was the first 10 minutes of the game at Elland Road. I was looking at Rodon and Ampadu, and they were centre-half, Dom. They were pressing from the back in front of their attackers of Norwich and winning the ball and sending us on the front foot and the momentum. When defenders do that, what it does to a striker, we're going to get the ball in the areas of the field we want to get them. Yeah. I'm not going to have to go and defend on the halfway line. So the pressing game was absolutely spot on. And Daniel Farke, it's all good having a philosophy up here, but to get that back to your players to do it and execute it.
So from my point of view, the defender, positional sense in them big moments is key. And for them games where we struggled, our positional sense was all over the gaff. And the manager and the players rectified that. And then in the last game when we battered Norwich, they were in the right positions, the right slots to make things happen. We've got to do that again at Wembley.
What was it, the 2 clean sheets, most clean sheets in the division?
Yeah.
Like that we conceded a lot of goals. What Dom's saying there,
Yeah.
it just emphasizes 2 clean sheets in the playoffs coming up against a team like Southampton. That's the mentality we've got to have.
Yeah, they're right, aren't they, Bex? How important is our defence going to be in this game at Wembley?
Oh, it's vitally important, but it's not an area that I feel like is one that is a big issue for us. We've managed to keep 22 clean sheets in 46 games. That in itself is a major feat, a major achievement. So, you know, you look at players like Ampadu, Roden, you look at Kamara in front of him, Gruev, Archie, wherever he plays. They've got it nailed on. They know exactly where they need to be, why they need to be in those areas, and how to defend correctly. You know, they don't take. It's very rare that you see them taking chances and making mistakes, and you know they keep it simple often, which some people look at and say it's boring. I don't care. It's effective. That's the most important element. And Bridgie said we kept 2 clean sheets in the semi-finals of the playoffs. That in itself is a little bit like, if I was a Southampton forward, I'm looking at that thinking, geez, I'll tell you what, that's going to be really difficult to break down. So already it's planted a negative emotion, hasn't it?
I don't want to upset the goalkeeper's unit as well, because behind them we've got Matteo.
Exactly.
He's been so reliable as well when he's been called up, when he's been needed.
Well, and he put in that great save against Norwich, didn't
Unbelievable.
he? How crucial could he be, you know, if called upon, if needed, in a game like this?
He's been magnificent throughout the season, especially what I judge goalkeepers on, Emma, is when they haven't had much to do in a game and they can look very bored at the back, not doing anything. You've got to keep yourself, you've got to stay focused for the game right till that final whistle. And there's so many matches where he's pulled off one save that's kept us in. There was a huge one against Dewsbury Hall against Leicester here. There was a Sheffield Wednesday save here as well. Now, he's just been, in the one at Norwich was absolutely incredible. However, going to Wembley, what he's going to be focusing on is his performance, but he could be the main man for penalties, because it could go all the way.
Oh, don't be saying things like that, Bridgie.
We're going to have it put to bed before then.
I think concentration levels at that, when you're playing a game, that is the most important thing. It really is. I mean that, because if you're not concentrating properly, and you know you're all at it, and the energy and the noise and what everyone's doing, that the concentration level is going to be so key at Wembley. If we've got players who are concentrating on it, I think we'll go and win the game. I really believe that. But if we're not on it and we're not concentrating properly in the first part of the game, the early part of the game is going to be so key for both teams. But for us, if we've got to be on that early on, because they have got a threat as well. I really believe they have.
Yeah, they have. And it's likely that Joel Peru is going to lead the line. Bex, what are his strengths that could be decisive in a game like this?
Do you know what? His timing of his runs in the box, his creativity, and he's one of those players that is just, he's so calm in front of goal. That's something that we lack when he's not in the team. Now, I think the last game we played, Norwich here, where we won 4-0, I actually think that was his best personal performance. His energy, he was bombing all over the place, he was up and down the pitch, he was going for every single ball. And that's the type of player that we thought we were going to sign initially. Like, don't get me wrong for a second, his stats have been fantastic. And he's been that goal threat, and he scored a lot of really important goals. But the area that people could have said needed improvement was that the energy, the burst of speed.
But what a time to get that performance when you're going to Wembley for your next game, because we know how much your strikers thrive on confidence. He's going to have full of confidence, isn't he?
100%. So he's going to know, look, this was my best performance. Everybody loved me when I came off the pitch. I got a great round of applause when I walked off. I'm going to Wembley next. I'm going to start. Fingers crossed. If I start, I'm going to show them exactly why, and it's going to be my best performance yet.
And look, Bridgie, you were reflecting on almost succumbing to the pressure when you were a mere youth.
Yeah.
You and I were actually in the studio looking down after that game, that semi-final playoff game here at Ellen Road. Archie Gray just looking around, taking it all in. How's he going to be feeling ahead of this game, do you think?
He'll be
so young.
He'll be so excited. It's his team. It's his family's DNA in this football club. He's talked about he's been a mascot at this football club. He's gone through, his brother's involved in it, his dad's been involved. He will be so excited. He'll be so emotional about it. The youth energy levels will be through the roof. What I think he's got in his advantage is he's played a lot of games in high end. He's played Chelsea this season. I can't reiterate enough. When he came up against Caicedo and Enzo, and you go away with the man of the match, that just says to me, that's a special young man. And the other thing he's got in his family is people that he can look up to and mentor to keep him grounded, but give him the best advice possible to handle these situations. He's got everything, and we've just got to make sure we nurture that in the best possible way, like we've done, and he'll get performance. And I laughed before when Beck said, wherever he plays, because he's played everywhere apart from the goalkeeper, and he's always performed. So he's going to handle this situation, but he's going to relish it because he loves Leeds.
Absolutely. Well, Archie Gray and Jorginho Rutter have both been shining lights this season, so we asked them to sit down with each other and ask each other some burning questions.
Marching on together.
Oh my gosh.
I never see this in my life. Scarf everywhere.
I was right behind it. Oh my god.
I see her.
Yeah, you see my face?
If you had to make a five-a-side team with your teammate, which 4 players are you picking alongside yourself?
Oh, Joe, me, you, Cree. Probably say Ethan as well.
Ethan, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is the most inspirational member of the squad?
For me?
Yeah, for you.
There's a few. I've got 3 in mind. I've got Stu Dallas. Obviously, you can just look at the career he's had, and obviously I was injured last year and I spent 9 months with him, and I'm just grateful for him. And Coops as well, being the captain for so long, and he's a club legend. Him and Stu, both of them are club legends. And Joe as well, I'd say, Joe Rodin, because he helps me every day, and you too, to speak French. Sum up this club in 3 words.
I answered already. Marching on together.
Oh my gosh.
What was your favorite game this season?
The last game.
The last game, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
easy.
I'm agreed.
What was yours?
Norwich, last.
Yeah.
Same.
How would you describe the atmosphere at the Norwich game?
Wow, amazing. I never see this in my life. Scarf everywhere. Crazy. The first minute to the last minute, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Was crazy. Which teammate spend too much time on social media?
Oh, I've got one in mind, Joel Perot. He's always sending videos to people on Instagram. I swear.
I'm agree.
Yeah, I'd say Joel. Joel always sending Instagram reels and stuff. Oh, such an easy question. Which teammate would you not want to be stuck in a lift with?
Cresswell.
Yeah.
Cresswell. 100%. Wow, it's crazy. I think it's not same planet. I swear. What is the best chant you have here this season? Chant is like the
Junior's one.
A Pedigree.
That one.
Which one?
He came from. His name is Junior.
Pupil. Yeah.
That one. First one.
Most likely to get an invite to the manager house for a dinner.
Sam Byron.
Good answer. Sam Byron. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely Sam. Give us an example this season of what makes this team so special.
Comeback, Leicester.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
1-0 and last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Archie Gray. What was the best goal of the season?
Wow, easy. Bamford, Patrick.
Crazy.
What a goal. Best goal I've seen.
I saw it too.
What a goal. I was right behind it. Oh my god.
I see her.
Yeah, you see my face?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Easy one.
Do you predict a riot?
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. La 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 la. I'm predicting a riot.
Tell us why we have the best fans in the world. Norwich at home.
Yeah, Norwich home.
That's all we have to say. All we have to say. Yeah.
Can you sum up why the club is so special?
Because I've been here since I was a little boy, and
yeah, it is.
I've been through everything with Leeds, so as a fan and hopefully as a player, so yeah.
A mascot as well with Sam Byron, but that's crazy.
Yeah, that probably. Yeah, we're done.
We are done? Yeah, it was the answer question with Archie and Georgie with
Bex, do you predict a riot?
I predict a riot. I predict a riot!
Look, Archie, though, is going to be the... Do you want to join?
Sorry.
I'm just going to let him ride with that. That's good.
Do you want to go again?
Ooh, watching the people. Sorry.
Archie is the youngest Leeds player to play at Wembley since his dad in 1996. That is incredible, isn't it? I mean, the genes in that family.
I mean, incredible is an understatement. He's come from great crop, hasn't he? He understands the game from a different perspective. He doesn't seem to get flustered by very much at all. He looks like he's an experienced pro. And when I say that, I mean somebody that's played the game for a good few years. You know, not somebody this is his breakthrough season that he's played the majority of games in. He looks like he's been playing for 6-7 years. He's so calm, composed on the ball. He's strong. He's technically gifted. I just want to see him pop up with a couple more goals.
Yes.
I'm just picky. I'm being picky.
And as for Georgie, Dom, it feels like he's really come into form at the right time, doesn't it?
Yeah, he has. Incredible player, incredible talent. We all love watching him, don't we? He had a little bit dip, didn't he, for a few weeks, but
just after the international break.
But you know the thing? What I love about that is he went out and played.
Yeah.
You know, most players nowadays are soft. They don't go out and do that. He did that. He's not bothered. He went out and played. He might have got stick for that, but I tell you what, the next two performances, he was outstanding, and he started holding the ball up better. He's bringing people in like we know he can do. He's got that thing that a lot of players haven't got. He's got a gift for that, and if he uses his physicality a little bit more, that'll be even more, because he's one of those players that I wouldn't like to play against him as a defender.
You don't know what he's going to do.
That's it. You don't know what to do. You don't know where he's going to go. Yeah. At times, the only criticism I would say, he does go a little bit deep. He's looking to get on the ball. Sometimes to give his, you guys will know more than me as a striker, you need him maybe to be a bit further forward so you can connect a little bit quicker and get them players in. Because we've got that speed around him. If he could just release the ball slightly quicker, them boys are in straight away.
He's a character off the field as well.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
Tell me, I've seen him a few times this season, whether it's interviews or working with the
you know
children
yourself,
in the
mate. Listen, how many characters are there now in football? Hardly any.
Not many.
No, and we love a
breaks the
character.
norm, doesn't he?
And Leeds love a character. We all know that. When you sign for Leeds United, they all want that bit of fun, but if you've got to be able to play as well, and you can back that up. And I just think he's been outstanding.
Yeah, he really has. Bridgie, how do you think we get the best out of players like Rutter, like Nonto, like Somerville at Wembley?
You feed them, and I don't mean feed them food. give them the right energy levels and get them going. Feed them, and what I mean is get the ball to them as quick as you possibly can. Because like Don was saying there, the last thing the defenders want to do is see players facing their goal, the opposition goal, in a one-on-one situation or when they haven't got the numbers back defensively, because the players will tear you up. I mean, Somerville this season outstanding. Willie Nonto, after the start that he had with all the saga going on about wanting to leave, how would they patch that up in the club, and Daniel Falk manage that situation to get him playing. Dan James has been inspirational. We've had so many good players in the final third this season. It's just been frightening. So what I would suggest that we do against Southampton, the quicker we get it there means it's away from our goal and they can go and perform and do the job.
And Bex, how important is the midfield going to be?
Oh, very important. It's, the two holding midfield players especially, I think, are the key for us. If they continue doing exactly what they've been doing all season, breaking up the play, breaking the lines with their passes and backing up the forward players so that the forward players can literally express themselves, have fun, we're going to be really, really comfortable. That's for Daniel Farker to find a way to keep them confident, to keep them happy, to keep them positive.
And win the possession as well, because Southampton are blooming brilliant on the ball.
They are.
That's a big one.
And that's where it's important having Ampadu and Roden and Kamara and Gruev, whoever it may be, in that box, in that four, just following the line of play, following the ball, wherever it's going, making sure they're keeping their heads on the swivel, looking around them. Dom obviously will know defensively more so than myself.
Yeah, no, it's interesting when you talk about Gruev and Kamara. I've been so impressed by them both. The only criticism would be you don't score enough goals, but because they're playing in that position, they're expecting the other boys to do that. So
which they
have been doing. But when they're not doing that, then they'll get criticised. But obviously, Gruev got that brilliant goal. He don't move with the eyes as well that day. It was a brilliant goal, brilliant finish. But you know what? He deserved that. You know, Gruev, I've talked about him a lot, and people give me a bit of grief at Leeds because I'm always on Gruev's case. Not on his case, on the good side of it. I just think that he's the one out here that's out in the training field, working the hardest, wanting to improve, wanting to get better, bided his time to get in the team. And I think he's been a bit of an inspiration for me to watch someone like him, because when he plays, he's not doing anything too special, but he's very good at what he does. Very good at the basics on the pitch as a midfield player. And I think he will chip in with more goals, as we've seen. That was his first goal, wasn't it? And it was an amazing finish. He's got that in his locker as well. So I think we're going to see the best of him, and it might just come.
Do you know he's humble as well, Dom? Because you mentioned his passing stats are through the roof.
Yeah.
His energy levels are through the roof. And whenever you go to give him a comment about that, or he hears anybody talk about that, he goes,
he passes it
that's
off
just part of the game. That's part of what I do. Like he's just.
And I think as well, Bridgie, he's got the backup of his dad. who played as well internationally. Obviously, I think he's played more games than his dad for his country now. But his dad won't be happy. But I think his dad will be buzzing. No, his dad will be so proud because he says he doesn't speak too much about it. But he says when he talks, he tells me what to do and how to make myself better. And you imagine having that, you know. And Archie's obviously with his brother as well. They've got that. It's kind of similar, isn't it? With that connection you need sometimes.
It is. And do you know what, lads? Just hearing you talk through the squad, through the team there, you know, there is so much quality. When you think about this game at Wembley, we have more than enough to win this, don't we?
Yeah, and that, like I was saying to you, you didn't like it. I mean, it could go all the way to penalties, so you've got extra time. We've got a very good bench as well. We've got players that are, and I say bench, I use the word game changer. I'll always say it. You don't want to be like that bench substitute. The game change, you've got to have that mentality because at some point you're going to get an opportunity to turn this game on its head one way or another, and you've got to come on at Wembley, embrace it and know that even if you're not in that starting 11, you can still be the match winner for this team.
Okay, well, let's get the thoughts of the boss, Daniel Farke, who's gunning for his 3rd promotion from the Championship.
That's my job, that my players believe in our plan and also in our approach. So the most important topic is always like to deliver quality on the training pitch when we are in the meeting room, when you speak about the things that you want to do. So it's important to analyze the opponent well, also like to speak about what is important and then also to work on it and to do this methodically and also in the way you work. That in a proper way and hopefully with a good quality and also, to reach the hearts and the souls of the players. And we see on the pitch if it works or not. And then you still need a bit of luck. Obviously with a bit more experience and the longer you are in this business, the more you got the feeling what is necessary. But it's always a demanding job and a big challenge. Each and every week is difficult and challenging, and you can't allow yourself to be one day not switched on or to go into work with 1% less prepared. You always have to be there and to lead by example and to prepare the players in the perfect way without overloading them. It's always difficult, but this is what you have to do in this job. If my job would be easy, anyone could do this. And obviously I want to be there with the best possible week in order to prepare them, and then hopefully we have a chance on Sunday.
Dom, when you think about where the club was 12 months ago to now, how has Daniel Farke done that?
Yeah, I think what he's done is he's installed a kind of work ethic within the squad, but also he's letting the players express themselves at the right moments. When he first came in, obviously it was a difficult period for the first 4 or 5 games or whatever it was. He struggled to get his team together, but he got that together very quickly. And from that moment forward, they were playing a great brand of football, but they were also very solid. So that's what I think he's brought, is that solidity, but also he's got flair players who can go out and express themselves. That's key as well, especially in big games as well. He's got the right mix of players, and I think for me, no one likes to be on the bench at all. But even when the players are coming on, it looks like they're still happy because they'll probably say they're not getting enough game time. Some players, maybe the manager's making decisions a bit late for them and not getting enough game time. But what he has brought is just a brand of football, and all the players have bought into what he's done. And that doesn't happen very often. And I think the last few managers, apart from Bielsa, haven't had that. They haven't had a style of playing. They don't know didn't really know what they were doing, to be honest.
Developed a culture as well.
Yeah, so he's developed a culture.
A healthy culture.
And a winning culture. That's key. And when you keep doing that, and obviously with the defence he's built, and you've had to make a couple of changes, but not too many. I think if you can keep your 2 centre-halves fit for the majority of the season, you have a right chance. I mean that. If you've got 2 good centre-halves, you've got a real chance of doing something because you've got them great players that we've talked about in the midfield areas, the full-backs, the wingers. We've got all them players, exciting players, but we've also got the solidity about us as well. You have to have that. If you haven't got it, you've got no chance. I got promoted with Stoke with an average team, but what we were solid, aggressive. And I think he's got he's got both of that. We didn't have that and we got promoted, but I just think that he's brought so much in a nice, quiet way, controlled way. He don't talk about stuff too much, and he's very balanced in the way he talks. And I just like the way he conducts himself, to be honest. And I think the players buy into that, by the way. And he's honest. And I think honesty for me was key. You want an honest manager who's going to tell you how it is.
There's not many of them around.
Yeah.
Well, when you factor all of that in and you look at this Southampton side, what kind of game are you expecting at Wembley, Becks?
I think they're still going to fancy themselves. Obviously, they've got the better of us twice this season. They think they've got our number. However, I'm confident that we'll be able to win the ball quite high up because they like to play out from the back. If we're aggressive, we got the midfield boys, Kamara and Gruev, pressing quite high. I can see us winning the ball back nice and high. And when you win the ball back 20, 30 yards from the goal, I'll be honest with you, that's a striker's dream because you don't have far to go. You don't have far to run. You don't have to go 30 yards into the channels to try and close a fullback down. You're already in the attacking positive positions on the pitch where you could get a shot off as soon as you win the ball, or you can find a through ball into one of the wide forwards. That's how I think we're going to win it. High press.
Bex mentioned that they've done us twice this season. One towards the end of the season was a nullified game.
Of course it was, yeah. But in terms of their mentality, they're going to look at that and say, they've not beat us
They've
yet.
got the upper hand. I think what Daniel Farr and the staff will be doing, they'll be showing the pressing moments. I think what the lads have talked about, it's key. If we get the press right, high up the field, because the defenders have shown at Road and Ampadu, they can press from the defensive unit. If we get the press right at the front, when Southampton are going to play out, because they'll play out at all costs, because I'm going to take you back to the first 5 games of their season. They were having a stinking time. He stuck by the manager. I thought his job was on the rocks because he just kept playing out, and then they finally found a way to get out. And a lot of teams realise that, they're a possession-based team, let's sit off them and allow them to have it. We've got to get in their faces and get right at them. And I'd be showing the lads moments of every time they lost the ball defensively when they were playing out, to say this is where we can capitalise.
How important is a good start going to be in this game? Because you and I talk about it all the time in the studio ahead of regular season games.
Huge. I've got one here for you, am I right?
Oh, go on.
Not lost a single championship game when we've scored first this season.
That's what I mean. It's really important.
It is so important that we get the first goal because, the stats are there for a reason. It's going to be a high energy game. The lads to talk about both possession-based teams, both like to press, both create a lot of chances. And, we've got to be up for that battle, but it's the start. And I think the fan base that we have, that we saw at Lind Road, that are going down there, take your scarves with you, take everything you've got white, get the scarves out. Our fan base is massive. And they're going to play a key at Wembley, and the lads are going to respect that, respond to it. And I'm expecting us to come away from there singing, what is it? Leeds are going up.
Yes.
How's it going, mate?
I'll leave it.
That's so close.
And how important is it, Dom, in a game like this, to play the game and not to the occasion?
Not the old cliche, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's hard to do that, let's be honest. But I think, I just think with the group of players we have and the gaffer, they'll probably be thinking the same. But I just think we're very balanced, and I think them last 2 performances have been key going into this final. It really has, because you go into a final with a couple of bad performances. For us now, we're going in with energy, with positivity. Everyone's on the same page. We all can't wait to get to Wembley on Sunday and just enjoy it. But you can only enjoy it if you win. You can't enjoy it if you lose. You can't. So it's just about putting your body on the line. The fans will demand that. The Leeds fans, we all know them. We've all played for them. We all know what that demands are. Head everything, boot everyone if you can. Do what you need
Within reason.
Forget within reason. You've got to do everything to win this game. I don't care what just put your body on the line. Put everything, don't leave anything on that pitch. And I'm sure if we don't leave anything on that pitch, we go out there and we win that game. We've got to do it. We've got to get back to this Premier League.
That is the team talk we all needed. I'm here for that, Dom.
Dom's nailed it.
You have. But look, genuinely though, Bex, when you look at both these sides, obviously we've got our Leeds United hats on, but there is so little to choose between them, both scoring and defensively. How important is it to show this Southampton side respect, but not too much respect?
Look, like I mentioned before, they've scored goals against us, so we have to show them a level of respect. However, at the same time, I'm looking at it. If we can get an early goal, the first 10, 15 minutes or so, we'll see the confidence from the Southampton players start to diminish. It will start to drain because they know how good and how strong we are when we score first. Bridgie mentioned the stats there, phenomenal stats. But also, it will galvanise all of our players. It will galvanise all of the fans as well, because what that does in turn is it gives the players a second wind, and the Southampton players will start to crumble. They won't like the pressure. I'm
going to take you back to one thing as well. Me and Dom were at Leeds United. We were in top of the Premier League at Christmas. We were under David O'Leary. The I don't want to say it, but the team over the other side of the 62 had a manager in Alex Ferguson that had won the Premier League before. Arsenal had a manager that had won it before in Arsene Wenger. We just didn't have somebody to get us over the line. Daniel Farke is looking to be the third manager, to get a team promoted from the Championship to the Premier League. Neil Warnock and Steve Bruce have done it. Bruce has done it 4 times, Warnock 3. We have a manager that knows how to do it. Dom's talked about the culture he's provided here. Southampton haven't. So that again gives us a massive niche in this game.
There's so much to be hopeful for. Look, lads, we thought we would bring Art Club back for one final time this season. I know how much you all love it.
Don't let us down this time.
We thought that we would ask a few of the squad to draw Wembley. Don't get too excited.
I got a draw?
Wembley? Yeah. No.
Yeah. I'm a terrible drawer, by the way.
Guys, I don't even know what it looks like. I can't draw, guys. This is not for me.
The thing above Wembley, is it like this or yeah? So we make it as easy as possible. Very good start. Like a 4-year-old child.
Strong start.
And the most important thing, our supporters. They are supporters.
This the arch or something. Hey, you lot are laughing at me. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing. We got to have some yellow, some blue. And look at that, perfect, guys.
Beautiful. That's great.
You lot take
This is my Wembley. Tried my best.
How would the people be sitting? I can't draw scarves, so. And of course, we have a nice sun out there.
Does it say Wembley Stadium somewhere? Put it right here. I'm just leaving it as that. That's my Wembley, guys. Sorry, thank you very much. Wembley with the arch.
The good thing is I'm playing football.
Wembley Stadium. with the Leeds colours.
I did tell you not to get too excited, didn't I? Lads, I want you now to all pick your winner. Dom, who was your winner from that lot?
Because I like him. Gruev.
You don't like the other two?
I've not interviewed them two. Maybe I have, but no.
Very diplomatic.
I liked his.
Bex?
They're all rubbish.
Mate, I agree.
It's so difficult to pick
The best of a bad bunch. Go on.
the least worst.
Must do better.
Gruev.
Oh, 2 out of 3. What are you going
Told you.
He's getting the hat-trick, Gruev, because
There we
one
go.
looked like a handbag, one looked like a purse, and at least Gruev had a football stadium that looked like a football stadium.
Well, Bridgie, you and I both had a go. So, what do we think, lads?
Emma's hands down.
Well, good. Is mine good?
It actually is good,
It
you know.
took me 10 minutes to
not
draw
bad.
The only
that.
thing I
I'll
don't
be
like
honest,
is you've got red in there.
I don't like that.
I know, but I had to make it realistic. I'm really sorry, but the seats are
No.
realistic.
We live in a fantasy world, Emma.
There you go, that's better. No, very good.
Thanks, lads.
Very good.
Thank you. Well, look, now it's time to get your match predictions. Bridgie, I know you hate doing this, so Dom, I'm going to come to you first. Your score predictions, please.
Very tough, isn't it? Going to be tight, I think. I'm going to go 2-1 for Leeds, obviously.
In
Thank
90
you.
minutes?
In 90 minutes, yeah, I don't think I'll go to extra time.
90 minutes, 3-1 Leeds.
Extra time, somebody is going to win the game for Leeds United.
Ball off, Bridgie.
the bench.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that.
So, no, that's fair. Extra time, someone's going to win it for
We
Leeds
don't like
United off the
Bridgie's.
bench.
We don't like Bridgie's
3-2
version.
win.
We want the game done.
Exactly.
That would be the Leeds way, though, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. Before we wrap this up, lads, I just want you each just to give a little pep talk, a little word of inspiration to the Leeds United players heading into this game.
Embrace it, wear the badge with pride, and go and win it for the mighty whites.
Whew, emotional. Bex, follow that up.
Decent. Enjoy yourselves. Play with a smile on your face. Do the simple things well. Score more than the opposition. Easy.
Well, you two have done brilliant there saying that, but you've not left me much. Keep
a clean sheet.
No, obviously, but I said they'd be 2-1, so I can't say that now. I just generally think it's, you have to enjoy the occasion, and I think we have got the team, the energy, the players. Go out there, as the boy said, embrace it, and if you get an opportunity, go and score a goal. Make a name for yourself. Imagine scoring a goal at Wembley. None of us did that, apart from Jermaine, sorry.
Only a hat-trick, mate.
Only a hat-trick. But go out there, make a name for yourself, because I tell you what, you'll be etched in Leeds history forever.
Yes, you will. Dom, Bex, Bridgie, thank you so much. Remember, you can get full match commentary of that game on Sunday live on LUTV. Best of luck, Leeds United. I feel like we should do a bit of marching on together.
Marching on together, we're gonna see you win. La 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 la, we are so proud. We shout it out loud, we love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Yeah!